CP. Mr. Conine is here today after failing to appear before referee Snyder on May 18th, 2023. Bond is currently set at $3,987. This is the fifth bench warrant. He reports no employment. Last payment made on this account was in December of 2022. Front of the court recommends that a reasonable bond be set on this matter and it be scheduled for hearing on July 5th, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. before this court.
Mr. Conine, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to appear at a prior proceeding as a result of your failure to pay child support. The purpose of this hearing is to set a bond that would assure your tenants at the next hearing on July 5th, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. You will get notice of that in writing. Are you able to post a bond, sir?
I was under hospital care. I got shot and pistol whipped. That's why I missed court last month. I tried to turn myself in on Tuesday. It didn't work. So Chris, my probation officer, helped me Wednesday go down, and I thought I cleared this up with Vandenbosch on Wednesday. He said, come in the next 30 days and pay him $300 and give me another court date. So when I left on Wednesday, I thought I was good. I got pulled over riding a bike last night. Now I'm in jail.
Okay. Well,
I thought I had already.
My question of you was, are you able to post a bond in this matter?
No.
Okay.
I lost my job last month when I got shot.
Well, okay. What the court's going to do is you do owe a substantial arrearage in this matter.
I understand it's arrears.
It is your fifth bench warrant. I am going to reduce the bond in hopes that you could be released pending that hearing. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $500. If you're able to post that, you'd be able to be released. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, that's unacceptable.
Well, that's what you have to pay.
I was down here on Wednesday and took care of it.
Sir, this matter is over. Court's going to conclude at 8:38.
Mr. Miller.
I'd like to let everyone know that I'm partially deaf and I have a hard time hearing.
Okay. Speak up then, if you would, Mr. Chapman.
Mr. Miller is here today after failing to appear before this court on March 29th, 2023. Bond is currently set at $1,409. This is the fourth bench warrant. He reports that he is employed at Elwood Staffing. Last payment made to this account was in January of 2023. Front of the court recommends that a reasonable bond be set on this matter and it be scheduled for hearing on July 5th, 2023 at 8:00 a.m. before this court.
Mr. Miller, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to appear at a prior hearing as a result of your failure to pay child support. The purpose of this hearing is to set a bond that would assure your tenants at the next hearing on July 5th, 2023 at 8:00 a.m. You will get notice of that in writing. Are you able to post a bond, sir?
I'm not able to right now because I'm working and stuff at the moment. I don't want to lose my job, dude. If I would have known I had a bench warrant off my wrist, would have called just like I did before, and I would have paid it. I've recently paid one, if you've seen that. I wasn't trying to duck or dodge anybody. You know, I moved back from Indiana to my mom's. I got the job through Asama, through Elwood Staffing. And I'm trying my best right now. As soon as I get money, I'd hand it right over to you. I don't want to lose this job.
Well, sir, you've been working since January, so.
No, I've only been working here for a week and 2 days, sir.
Okay.
And then I ended up going to jail. I haven't even got my first check.
Okay. Well, even though it's the fourth bench warrant in this matter, I don't want you to lose your job. But again, you have a sizable arrearage in this matter and haven't.
That's another thing I was going to tell you. When my first check coming from Osama, I do have income taxes that need to be filed, which would take care of most of this, but most of my back child support.
Well, that's great, but you need to do it. You just can't tell me you're going to do that. You need to take care of it and do it.
Give you my word, dude. I just don't want to lose my job. I want to take care of what I need to.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce your bond and set it in the amount of $200. If you're able to post that, you'd be able to be released. Do you have any questions?
Can I call my mother or somebody? Because right now they got
you can call anyone you want and set up to pay that bond. That's
so
fine.
The question I'm asking is it got me in a tank right now that you hold me for 24 hours? Why I can't use a phone?
Well, I'll have to let Mr. Chapman, I guess, work on that. I'm starting a trial, so maybe you can check with the jail and see if he can't use the phone and call somebody to get his bond money.
I'd really appreciate it. And I do thank you guys for your kindness. Again, I'm not making any excuses. I'm sorry for what I used to be in the past, but I have changed a lot.
Okay, thank you, sir. Unfortunately, I have to go to my next hearing.
This is case
Yes, sir.
2341 DM, Kelsey Daniel versus Edward Daniel.
Okay. Good morning to both of you. The court will note at this point, it is now 8:48 a.m. This matter was supposed to start at 8:30 a.m. with, again, being preceded by the interview of the children at 8:15. Mr. Daniel, it's my understanding the children are in your care today. Is that correct?
Please unmute, sir.
Yes, the children has been in my care.
Okay. It was set up that they were going to be interviewed at 8:15. Why are they not here? Now it's over a half an hour late.
They are there. Our third party, which is a mutual friend of ours, she doesn't know how to go through the court. So she's currently texting me trying to figure out where she needs to go and where she needs to be at.
She needs to walk in the building, go up to 4th floor, and then come to the phone at the end of the hall, and she'll contact my office. There's a place that states my name. All she does is has to hit that button. So it's not complicated.
Okay, I'll make sure she gets that.
Okay. Why has she not contacted us before this if she's here?
Her phone is currently at 2%.
Well, I can't help that, but I guess if somebody's going to be here, that they have to be responsible enough to, again, follow directions and do what they're supposed to do. So I guess it is a concern to the court that you got somebody that you're relying upon that's not very responsible.
Okay, dope. I understand, Your Honor.
Well, before we get started, hopefully they show up and we get this done. In this particular case, I want to mention before we get started that this is a court proceeding and you must conduct yourself as if you were personally in court. You are appearing virtually, and of course, we'll state find a place where you have a good connection and stay in that particular place. Don't wander around and don't obviously drive around. You're not in a car, so that shouldn't be an issue. I'll tell you that everyone will have multiple opportunities to speak. So do not interrupt each other or any witnesses, except in the event that you have a valid legal objection, which you should make at the time that it is appropriate at that point to make an objection. I will tell you as well, do not interrupt me. Do not make comments while somebody else is speaking or testifying. You will be given an opportunity to respond. If you engage in offensive conduct or interrupt the court proceedings, you could be held in contempt of court and go to jail. So I'm advising you that ahead of time so you don't do that. I will mention too, court proceedings are oftentimes emotional. If so, you can take a moment to compose yourself, or if you need more time, ask the court would give you a brief recess so that you can calm down. You are not attorneys, but because you have chosen to represent yourself, you'll be held to the same legal standards as an attorney in this particular case. Court will note a couple things in this file that based upon the pleadings, the plaintiff is seeking sole custody. She's also seeking spousal support. The case scheduling order lists custody, support, parenting time, and spousal support as issues in dispute in this particular matter. So those will be the matters that we're addressing today. I do note in reviewing the file in preparation for this proceeding, it's alleged at paragraph 6 of the answer that plaintiff is pregnant by someone other than the defendant, and appears that that is confirmed in paragraph 23 in this particular matter. I will note to plaintiff, Ms. Daniel, you have not filed a motion in this particular matter to determine that that particular child is a child born out of wedlock and not issue of this marriage. Likewise, Mr. Daniel, you did not file that. To have that issue addressed, you're going to need to file that particular motion, and the court will not, based upon your testimony, the court will not complete the proceeding until we've had a determination on that particular child. Do you understand? I'll ask Ms. Daniel, do you understand that?
I do honor, but I have to tell you, I had lost the baby. The baby had died. I'm not pregnant no more. My
Okay.
baby's dead.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry to bring it up. I'm going based
Okay.
upon the pleadings that I have, not, I have no other information other than what was in the pleadings. What? Okay. Why don't we do this? I've been informed that the children are here. Why don't we take that time before we commence? We'll take a brief recess. That'll give me a chance to talk to the kids, give you a chance, Miss Daniel, to compose yourself, and then we will proceed as soon as I get done talking to them. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome back. I did have opportunity to speak to the children, and that was it's always enjoyable to speak to the children. And sometimes they really provide the court with some sort of a comic relief too. Sometimes so they were a little bit funny on some things, but that's great. Like to hear that. Well, as we proceed, what we're going to do is we'll give each of you an opportunity to make an opening statement. And the opening statement is what you intend to prove, what you would like the court to do, et cetera. Anything else you believe is relevant. And after you've both had an opportunity to make an opening statement, well, then at that point, plaintiff will present any witnesses she has at that particular point. And then after she's concluded, then Mr. Daniel, you would have an opportunity to present any witness testimony that you would like. And then at the conclusion of the case, we'll give you an opportunity to make closing statements as well. So as you can see, you'll have obviously an adequate opportunity to make, the court aware of anything you want me to be made aware of. I will tell you that when you are making opening statements, your opening statements are not evidence. Okay, the only evidence you can present is when you are testifying. So if there's something that you feel is important as far as evidence, wait until you're going to testify and are sworn in, and then at that particular point, you can tell me. So, Ms. Daniel, I'll ask you, do you have an opening statement?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I believe the kids should be with me because the dad runs around naked in front of the kids. He drinks too much. There are records. You can look them up for drinking and driving. He's been to jail multiple times. He's went to jail recently. Don't know what for. I have witnesses to prove that he's an alcoholic, and that's not safe for my kids to be around. My kid called me the other day, Ariana, on video. I was a witness to this, and it is true because I was on video with her. My 1-year-old almost drowned because my 5-year-old was in the tub.
Okay, hold on just a second. In this matter, there's things that are hearsay statements, and those are statements that are presented. They're out of court statements, which you're offering in court to prove the truth of the matter asserted. The court is not going to accept any hearsay unless there's a witness to that. So if you have a witness, that would be the time to present the witness testimony as to what happened in the particular case. But as you're going through your openings, don't tell me what somebody else has said or the children have said, because that is hearsay. Okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I feel like, I don't know, I could provide for them better.
Okay.
Don't cry. He's not good with the kids. He won't allow me to have my kids when I want them because of my mom. That's why he's trying to take the kids from me. And I didn't know I had to present the proof 7 days before coming to court, but I do have the proof. He tried paying my sister Tira to come up here and testify against me and lie against me in court. I have the proof. She screenshot it. I have it with me, but you said I can't show you guys, but I do have the proof with me.
Okay. And just to address that, what happens in this particular matter is there are, like we had the case scheduling, or it required various things. And one of those things that the case scheduling order states is that you have to present that anything you're going to introduce as evidence no later than 7 days prior to the trial. You haven't done that. So the court's not going to accept any evidence that you might have that was not presented to the court in a timely fashion as required by the case scheduling order. And I would have told you at that time to pay attention to the case scheduling order that there were time deadlines and all of those things. So unfortunately, you didn't take note of that or pay attention to that. So now, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to present that particular evidence. So, Ms. Daniel, go ahead.
Okay, I've been working. That's another thing. I've been working a lot. I don't get out until like 6 o'clock at night. He drinks and drives with them kids in the car. Like I said, I can't really show proof, but I'm a witness. So he does. He drinks and drives with them kids in the car, and I know he still does it. When I was over there a couple months back. He allowed me in his house to stay with the kids. The kids had witnessed him and his girlfriend having sex. The kids will tell you, they won't lie. They'll tell you. All of them witnessed it, and the baby was in there sleeping, and she was almost on top of the baby. I had to go in there and grab my baby from the room because they were actually having sex on top of my son. And him being abusive towards me, he choked me up in front of my daughter, Ariana. The kids still talk about it to this day. They bring it up all the time. Remember when daddy hit you and stuff like that? He was abusive towards me in front of them kids. And he used to carry a gun in the car. I don't know if he still does. And around the kids, he don't lock the guns up. Where my 1-year-old son had got to a bullet and almost put it in his mouth, and I had to grab it.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Not as of right now.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Daniel, you have an opportunity to present an opening statement at this time, or you can reserve it and do it later before you start your proofs. It's up to you.
I'm fine with starting right now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna completely reject everything that just was said. What I'm here for right now is I only want temporary sole custody because I've been raising our children by myself for the past 7 months. I attempted to get food stamps, but I can't get food stamps because she's still claiming the kids. Right now, there's a federal investigation because they want to know why she's getting those food stamps when the kids live with me, and so I have to show receipts. And so, with these in the last 7 months, I've only gotten maybe 400 or 500. Our children, Kyrie and Lorenzo, have severe food allergies. And so I've been paying everything out of pocket, and their food costs just for them two alone is well over $300 just for them two, because they can't have dairy, they can't have gluten, they cannot have anything containing nuts. As far as being arrested for drinking and driving, that is actually true because I blew a .09 and Kelsey was actually at the home. I had got off work and we got off work we had a half day, and I came home. I spent time with my family at the time. We was drinking, we was having a little fun time.
Sir, let me tell you, I don't want to interrupt you, but you can go into this on your testimony.
Okay.
You don't have to lay it all out right here, okay?
Okay. But no, I did blow a .09 once, and I did get arrested for OWVI, but no, I do not drink, and I do not drink and drive like that. So I'm rejecting that. I do not walk around my kids naked. And she made a statement about the kids catching me and my so-called girlfriend, because I do not have a girlfriend, having intercourse. The thing is, Kelsey was here because when she said she stayed, we're polyamorous. It was all three of us, and the kids walked in on all three of us. So I can't deny that. The kids did unfortunately walk in on all three of us having intercourse. My main thing is, only reason I'm looking for sole custody. I don't even want sole custody. I want temporary sole custody. Simply for the fact is, she keep texting, saying she might be homeless because the guy she's with that got her pregnant might be putting her out. He might be seeing other people. She don't have a stable home. She don't have a driver's license. Right now, like even now, like she would, well, hopefully, be honest, they will pull the kids out of school because we both have equal. Right now we have equal rights, but they'll like her mother will pull the kids out of school to the point where I had to go to the school and have them take her name off because she would take the kids out of school and make them miss multiple days just so I couldn't get them. We had an incident with the officers. I went to pick up my daughter. Her mom slammed my daughter's head into the door, and then the school was like, "No, our kids miss multiple days from school because she don't have a way to get them there. She don't have reliable people to get them there." And so, only thing I'm looking for, to be honest, is temporary sole custody until she can get her own place, get her license. That way, we can both be the best parents we can for these kids. Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of hard when I'm trying to tell like our children's birthday. I almost choked up. Our son's birthday. I told her she can have our son for his birthday. We'll do it the weekend. She couldn't do it because she had no way of doing it. Only thing I'm looking for is to really give our kids the best. I don't care about anything else. She's right here. I'm not gonna lie to nobody.
Can I object?
I want.
No, you can't
Okay.
object to an opening statement, ma'am.
I just want the best for our kids. I don't want them growing up in ghettos. I don't want them. That's why I work. That's why I work the way I work. That's why I got this house. That's why I push and I push. I'm not trying. I don't care about the evil and drama. I just want the best for the kids. That's literally all. And she can tell you that. That's besides getting pregnant by another guy out of wedlock. She will always complain that I spent too much attention on the kids and not her. And I agree with that. But seeing as I was adopted, I went through foster care. I don't want the kids to grow up in environments like that. So I'm just gonna keep. That's it.
Okay. Well, let me tell you, sir, just to clarify a point, you said you're seeking temporary custody until some later point. What we're going to do in the trial, I'll be deciding custody. I'm not deciding temporary custody. We're deciding the issue of custody, okay?
Yes, sir. Can I ask a question? If
Sure.
that's okay, Your Honor?
Sure.
When I say I like temporary sole custody, I meant like I wanted to try to get sole custody right now, but we
Okay,
can go to court later and do joint custody.
that's fine. Just when you said temporary, that was confusing. I just want to make sure I'm making a decision on final custody, not on a temporary basis.
Okay.
Okay,
I just want to clarify that. Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Excuse me, Honor, can I speak again? Can I say
No,
something?
you'll have a chance, to testify and you'll have a chance to make a closing argument, but you made your opening. So at this point, this is where you can have your witnesses, if you have witnesses,
Yes, I do.
to testify. Okay, and who would you call as your first witness, ma'am?
Melissa
Do you
Hooper.
have separate ways to join in this matter? Because it's going to be hard for us to have the plaintiff ask questions and you answer if we only have you on the screen. Do you have do you have the ability to do that?
Kelsey is checking for me on my phone.
Ms. Daniel, you can go ahead and examine the witness.
Yes, sir. So basically, ain't it true that Edward drinks?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Isn't it true what?
Isn't it true that Edward drinks a lot?
Yes, it is.
And isn't it true that Edward drinks and drives with those kids in the car still to this day?
Yes, it is.
And isn't it true that you know that he runs around naked with them kids?
Yes, it is.
Isn't it true that he's abusive?
Yes, it is.
And is it true that he left a bruise on Ariana?
Yes, he did.
Now, isn't it true that he leaves his guns unlocked with it loaded in front of them kids?
Yes, he does.
Now, isn't it true that he lets those kids without a seatbelt in that car and drives
Yes, he
around like
does.
that?
Yes, he does.
And isn't it true that the kids have witnessed him jerking off multiple times?
Yes, that is very true.
Okay, let me ask, and just I'll have to ask is, Ms. Papro, obviously, in that answer to that one, you say yes. Were you present when that happened?
I was not there, but
Okay,
the
then
kids
ma'am,
had told me about it.
ma'am, if you are not present and do not observe it, you cannot testify to that, okay?
Okay.
Because that is hearsay, because you are not the person that witnessed the particular event. So what happens as on a number of things that you've testified to, if you didn't observe, you can't testify to that.
Okay.
And ma'am, if you would, for purposes of you're asking effectively leading questions, ask her questions that require her to answer as opposed to just yes or no.
Okay. I thought maybe being over the phone, her witness over the phone would work. I didn't know. I thought.
She's still a witness, so she still has to testify.
Okay, yeah, because she's witnessing most of this stuff. Sometimes we're over the phone too when she can hear stuff in the background.
And I used to live with them, and they used to live with us.
Okay, you can testify about the things that you observed.
Okay. So is it true that Edward had left Kyrie up by his arm and was abusing him when we were living?
No.
Yes.
Anything else, ma'am?
No.
Okay. Mr. Daniel, you have an opportunity to now cross-examine the witness if you would like to. So do you have any cross-examination, anything you would like to ask the witness?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do my best. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I apologize if I make any mistakes. Melissa, is it true that you called, I know, I'm trying to figure this out. Give me one. All right. Melissa, you called the cops on us when me and Kelsey first got together because.
No.
No, you called the cops on us because we was having a tickle fight and the cops came banging on the door because you thought I was assaulting her. Kelsey's right here and you're right there.
No.
Your Honor, am I allowed to ask Kelsey to verify that?
No, you can ask her when she testifies, you can ask her. Can't ask her. We're dealing with just this witness at this time, and then we'll move on.
All right, but we are under oath, right?
Yes, she is under oath.
Okay, so she said no. Okay. Melissa, when back when me and Kelsey first got together, we were play fight and wrestle. The cops were called, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yes, because
I just said yes.
I know, but why would the cops call for us play fighting?
Because Kelsey told me that she called me and told me that you guys were fighting.
Okay. Ma'am?
She didn't say that.
Ma'am, I'm going to caution you again. Don't say what somebody else said, okay?
Okay.
You can say what you observed, or what, in this case, because you're asking, you can say what, again, a party might have admitted to, but you just cannot offer self-serving testimony, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Mr.
All right.
Daniel.
Melissa, when we moved back here and we gave you that $1,600 because you said you'd be high on rent, you didn't pay for it. Why would the cops call? Hello?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Okay, that's fine. When you told my kids that they're niggas, and I got upset, and I came at you and your boyfriend for assaulting our children, which Kelsey is there, when your boyfriend, well, now I guess he's your husband, assaulted out both my sons, why were the cops called?
The cops were never called and we never said that.
I actually got proof on that, but anyway, why were the cops called? Because remember, I had to stay outside and the cop came up. And then you actually did do a decent thing. You was like, well, no. He didn't do anything wrong.
Okay, you can ask the question, sir. Not testify at this time.
Okay. So you don't remember. Okay. I have one more really serious one. And I'll be done.
Okay, go ahead and ask.
Melissa, when you said y'all saying I walk around naked, when have I ever walked around naked in front of the children?
I saw you
You have never once saw
on video.
on video. Yeah, that's a lie. But I'm gonna try to be as simple as I can. When have I ever walked around naked in front of any child?
You got my answer.
I have not gotten your answer.
Ma'am, he was asking for a date, time, et cetera. He says, when did that happen?
I don't remember. I just seen it on video when Kelsey was talking to one of her kids.
So so you say you saw it on video, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. Where's that video?
It got erased off of her phone somehow.
Oh. Convenient. Are you sure you're not talking about when you called and you wouldn't stop calling and you caught me and Kelsey in the act and I was trying to get up and run out the room?
No.
So it's not that. So when have I ever walked around naked in front of my children?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
I already gave you my answer.
Y'all, all right. So you say I have guns unlocked, right?
Yeah, you have done a lot.
I have no firearms.
Okay, sir, you're just asking a question. You're not testifying.
Oh yeah,
yourself.
I'm sorry.
So you can't make statements. You can ask questions.
How many firearms do I own right now?
The last time I knew, you owned one.
When was that?
You had it in your car?
No, when did I have a firearm? Like you say the last time you knew. When was the last time I owned a firearm?
When you came over here and you handed it to Kelsey.
Ma'am, Melissa, I'm just asking for a date.
I don't know when the date was.
All right, give me a rough estimate.
I
Me and
don't
Kelsey
know.
separated in November on Thanksgiving of last year. So anytime before that, can you have a date?
Last summer.
Last summer. Okay, incorrect.
Okay,
But,
so
okay.
just ask questions. Don't make comments.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I will leave it at that right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Daniel, do you have any additional questions of this witness?
Yes, I do. I remembered some, and she's a witness to it. Ain't it true that Edward denied Lorenzo? He does not want nothing. He said Lorenzo wasn't his, and he does not want nothing to do with him when he was born. You were in the hospital with us.
Yes, he did. He walked out of the room and said that he didn't want nothing to do with Lorenzo, and Lorenzo was not his child.
Didn't he say, and is it true that he said that he regrets Lorenzo? That he didn't, he thinks Lorenzo's somebody that I worked with at Denzo.
Yes, he did. He wouldn't buy him no diapers, no clothes, no nothing.
Thank you.
Anything else, Miss Daniel?
Huh?
Any other questions?
No.
Okay. With that, Mr. Daniel, you have a chance to do any recross. Is there any questions you have as a result of the plaintiff's redirect?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna word this. Melissa, wasn't I the only one working?
You
I can't hear you.
half the time.
Ma'am, did you say half the time?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I did catch that.
Okay, so you're saying half the time, even though I worked 8 years at Denzel. Gotcha. So who was paying for his diapers, wipes, and all his other needs? Because Kelsey wasn't working, correct?
For the other kids, you were paying
No,
for
no,
it.
no, no, no,
Yes.
no, no, no. I'm asking. Was Kelsey working?
She was working, yes.
No, she wasn't.
Okay, sir, you
Oh,
cannot
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
testify.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You can do that when you're testifying, but not when other witnesses are.
Yeah, I'm starting to get like I'm really starting to get like how it goes. So who was the one who majority worked in the home? Me or Kelsey?
You was until you got fired.
Okay, thank you. So who paid majority of everything? Actually, who paid for everything?
Kelsey.
But she had no job.
She got food stamps.
Okie doke. So she paid for everything with food stamps. Got you. I don't know how that works, but okay. Your Honor, I'm not sure if I can ask this or not, but I forgot the first question. I didn't get a chance to write it down. That she asked her mom, but I know it was wrong. But can I ask if she can redo the first question?
No, you can't ask if she redo that, but best of the court's recollection, she said that it was concerns to Lorenzo when you had left the hospital, said that Lorenzo was not your child.
Okay, incorrect. All right.
Okay, sir, you can't
No,
comment on
I'm
what
sorry,
the testimony is.
Not you. I'm sorry.
So stop doing that, please. It's just interrupting the proceedings.
Okay. Is it true when I told Kelsey I wanted to wait till we got to her home before we had another child, 'cause I wanted to give a child a better house?
No.
That's not true? Okay. Can you tell me at what point did I walk out of the hospital when our youngest son was born?
When Lorenzo was born?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she was about ready to give birth to Lorenzo, you walked out and said that he was not your son and you didn't claim him as your son.
And you do realize you're under oath, right?
Yeah, I am.
And you know what? I don't know if I can say that. I think I'm gonna be done.
Okay. Thank you.
That's exactly what you said.
Ma'am, there's no question for you.
Yeah.
Ms. Daniel, well, I'll say, Ms. Paparo, that concludes your testimony. So you're excused and you have a good day. Ms. Daniel, your next witness.
I got to get a hold of her. She's my grandma. Her name is Vivian Weingartner. I got to give her the same app, right?
If you want her to testify and she's not by Zoom, then yes.
Yes. Okay. Give me 1 second and I will get her. Okay. I need I need Nina. We gotta give her the number and stuff so she can testify. You gotta testify against Edward in court for the alcohol and stuff. I'm still on the phone with him, Nina, right now, so you gotta call right now. We gotta hurry up and get this quick. The judge has other things to gotta do. All right, love you, bye. I love my grandma.
Okay, Ms. Daniel, please find a place and sit down. It's disruptive to be moving around.
Yep, I am. I had to go. She was in the bathroom, so that's where I was. That's why I'm coming back to sit down.
Ms. Daniel?
Okay. Nina, ain't it true that Edward drinks a lot and drinks and drives with them children in the car?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, Ms. Weingartner, I'm just going to preface this at this time. So you can testify as to what you observed or what in this case, Mr. Daniel has stated to you. You cannot testify as to what you did not observe, okay?
Right, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. Now, haven't you seen Edward drinking? Like when you come down to visit, haven't you seen him not put that bottle down? You could smell it on his breath. He'll leave to go to the store to grab it, but he'll be drinking while he leaves.
Oh, yeah, he drank a lot, yes. He came down to see me, Edward and the kids and Kelsey. And he was drinking on his way down here and he drank on his way home.
Ma'am, how would you know he's drinking coming down there and on the way home? Did you observe that?
That's true.
Okay,
That's
please,
true. You got a good point.
please don't testify as to what you do not observe.
Okay.
Go ahead, Ms. Daniel.
When the last time you came down, didn't he have alcohol in his hand? He went to that store and grabbed that alcohol and he drank.
Yes. When he came home, he was drinking.
Yes, that's what we're talking about. When he had it already open.
Yeah. Well, he would sneak out into the kitchen and make like a dance out in the kitchen, remember? And then and then he'd come back in and you could go out in the kitchen and see it in the kitchen.
He would try hiding it, wouldn't he?
Yes.
We would find it. I mean, you would find it and you'd be like, what's this? Because he was trying to hide it from you because he wanted you to think that he wasn't drinking, right?
Right.
And he leaves the open alcohol bottles everywhere.
Yeah, I seen quite a few open bottles that the kids would get when you lived in the apartment.
Yep, the kids would get a hold of them. So, I think that's it for right now, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Daniel, do you have any questions of this witness?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Vivian,
Yes.
I'm gonna still be respectful. Is it true that I called you about Kelsey's PTSD when she was diagnosed from childhood trauma and abuse from her mother, Melissa?
He was not You talked to me about that, but now she wasn't abused as a child.
Is it true that CPS was called multiple times on her mother and Kelsey had to lie and because she was threatened?
By who? Honey, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay. How
Honey,
is it true when I call you about Kelsey bipolar disorder when she would have her rage and I tried to call you and talk to you about it?
You called me a couple times about it, yes.
Okay. And so, is it true when Kelsey would like assault me or do anything, did I not call and tell you about those things?
Did you call? You're asking me if you called me to talk to me about it.
Yeah. I called and I talked to you about her assaulting me and all right. Thank you. Is it true that when ever me and Kelsey get in an argument, I would try to call and reach out to you or her mother to try to get her calmed down.
Now that, honey, I don't, we've talked about so many things. I don't remember you calling and talking to me about her
When me and
anger
Kelsey would get in
issues.
an argument, I just want to know if it's true or not. When Kelsey would have those things, like her little fits of rage, is it true that I would call you? I can even quote you. You'd be like, well, I have to go right now. Is that true?
Yes, because Edward, I did not want to talk to you when you were drinking, and I could always tell when you were drinking.
Okay. Next, is it true the reason why we was not allowed to sign another lease was because the neighbors was threatening and calling the officers and CPS because of the way Kelsey talked to the children?
I
You're
never
under
heard
oath.
of that, so
You're under oath.
I know I am.
Is it true? Have we or have we not had that conversation? Because I can't say.
I've not. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. At that one apartment. Yes, we have. Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, that's all I have right now.
Okay. Anything else, Miss Daniel, of this witness?
For the witness?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Ms. Weingartner, you're excused. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, and you also.
Okay. Ms. Daniel, next witness.
I don't have any more witnesses, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you wish to testify, Ms. Daniel?
Yeah.
Go ahead, ma'am. What would you like to tell me?
About what he said, I am stable. I do have a stable house for me and my kids. I do have a job. No, I don't have my own car. I'm working on that. But my boyfriend, we have a car to get the kids back and forth to school, doctor's appointments, and stuff like that. Yes. And no, I do not talk badly to them kids. He's lying about that, and I'm telling you the truth. Him, yes, he does run around naked in front of them kids, which is the honest truth. I lived with this man for like years, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not going to jail or get in trouble for lying about anything. He chased my daughter around the house with a belt, Ariana, torturing her. I had a video in my phone, but it got deleted somehow. Ari tells me, like, video calls me and says things that I can't.
Okay, ma'am, you can't testify as to what the kids say.
Well, no, I know. But she tells me things that I can't do that. But what I seen myself is he is still drinking with them kids or whatever. Everybody in that house is not sober. I see it through the video. I'm video chat with my kids. I can see it for myself. His girlfriend, well, weed is illegal, but she smokes it from kids. Her mom lives there, smokes from the kids. He's drinking. All the kids have to share a room. The boys are in the room with the girls. They gave the third bedroom, to her mom. So all them kids should not be in the room together. It's a fire hazard. I seen Kyrie and her son pumping. They're mimicking everything that's going on in that house. Which is not okay. And Edward used to choke me up in front of my kids. The kids still talk about it to this day, and I just tell them, it's not your concern. You're a child. Be a child. Don't worry about what you can't control. And they're traumatized from it. They're traumatized from the abuse I went through. He tried killing me in front of my kids. And he kicked me. He went to jail for kicking me in the stomach when I was pregnant with Kyrie. That is on record. I didn't press charges because I was afraid at the time, because I was pregnant and getting ready to give birth. So that's the only reason why I never pressed charges on him, because I was going to, but I was just afraid. And my son, he went to the hospital back when I was in the hospital when I was losing the baby for a seizure due to a fever. His fever should have never got that high. I know because I was on the phone with my daughter. She called me and I was hearing him in the background crying and stuff like that. And I heard the doctors and stuff like that. I just don't think that he's really fit. And I want full custody of my kids. I really don't want to lose my babies. Those are my babies, my life, my everything. And that's all I got to say.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Daniel, do you have questions of this witness?
I actually do.
Okay, go ahead.
And this will be going towards Kelsey, correct?
Yes, any questions of her?
Okay. You made a statement about me kicking you in the stomach. On a police report, isn't it true that I accidentally bumped into you when you was breaking stuff around the house?
No, that's not true.
Okay, so the police statement is wrong.
I never tried breaking
Kyrie
anything.
was born in 2018, correct?
Yes.
And we separated in 2022, correct?
Yes.
And you made a statement that you was too afraid to make. Well, you say you was too afraid to press charges, correct?
Yes.
So that's 4 years. But did we not?
What?
I have a question. Is it true that you decided that we should move to Texas because you was tired of the abuse from your mom?
Not abuse from mom. I was tired of not having family. So yes, I did say that we should move to Texas because I wanted family.
But if you were so afraid, why would you want to move to a different state with a guy that was apparently abusing you?
Because if I was going to start over a whole new life, even if it was just by myself with my kids.
But we moved together, correct?
I moved by myself. You came after when you got out of jail.
You moved by yourself. Okay. But then we go to my family, my adopted family.
Yes, and I felt safer around them. Yes,
Yeah,
and I felt safe.
you felt safer. Okay, okay. That's all I needed. You felt safer with my adopted family than with your own family.
I didn't say you. I said your family. I felt safe with them.
Yeah, well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
You felt safer with my adopted family more than your abusive family.
They're not abusive.
But
do I have marks on me?
Wait, I would like to ask a question. Isn't it true that you have PTSD from your childhood abuse from your parents?
What does PTSD have to do with anything?
Ma'am, he's asked the question. Answer it, please.
No.
I would like to ask another question. Is it true that your mother's boyfriend put hands on our children?
No. It's not true.
So you're saying it's not true? Okay. Is it true that your parents call our kids niggas?
No.
That's not true? And so if I call Jamar with the text and the calls, would you admitting to that? Would he say it's true or not?
No, he wouldn't say it's true.
He wouldn't say it's true?
No. He wouldn't.
So you're saying your parents have never said anything racial about me or our kids?
They never said the N-word.
So your mother has never called me the N-word?
Well, called you, yes.
So she called me N-word. Is it true that they said they don't want our kids having those people hair? You're under oath.
I know what you're talking about. Yes. When
Is
Kyrie
it true?
How it was a fro.
Is it true that your mother told them they're more white than African American?
No. No. She said they have white in them. They're mixed, which is true. They're mixed.
And I said, Amara looks more white than she did.
I can't read that. Is it true your mother took the kids out of school for days, which you told me, just so I couldn't pick them up?
No.
I have proof.
We took them out so I could spend time with them when they get out of school.
But is it true that she would take them out of school early so I couldn't spend time with them? Don't worry, I got the teachers and everything. Don't forget, we had the whole incident. It's all documented.
Not so you couldn't spend time with them, but so I can get them because you wasn't allowing me to have them. I had to go to the school. And if I couldn't do it, she had to go grab them for me. Because you would
But
not
is
let
it
me
true
have
though
them.
but it is true that
But not
it is true that y'all pull them out of school?
we didn't pull them out early all the time, but
Is it true that y'all pulled them out of
I
school?
just said yes. I just said yes. So I can have my babies, so I can spend time with my children.
How many times, like, on a range, how much school you think they missed because y'all pulled them out of school? Just a range.
Not much.
Excuse me, I didn't hear that, ma'am. How much?
I said not much.
Like days, like a
No.
week, 2 weeks,
No, that's a lie.
all together, not like in a straight, like all together. Like if you accumulate it all into one, how much time do you think they missed out of school? Because we do have school records.
I don't know.
All right, Kelsey, is it true that I've been taking care of the kids by myself for the past 8 months?
No, that's not true. I've been having them on and off. That's not true.
When
I've
was the
been
last time
giving
you had the kids?
I was in and out the hospital. I was at high risk pregnancy, so yes.
When was the last time you had the kids?
When's the last time I had the kids? Hold on. I'm asking mom because she might know. I don't remember.
Ma'am, hold on, ma'am. Nobody else can give you information. You're testifying.
Okay.
So I do not, hold on, stop talking. I don't want them giving you information. I don't want them testifying. They had a chance to testify previously. This is the time for you to testify.
Okay, I do remember. Sorry, sir. I just had Kyrie like 2 weekends ago before his birthday. His birthday is June 6th, so the weekend before his birthday, I had Kyrie. I have my kids on and off, so that's the lie.
All right. No, you had Kyrie. We have 4 children, but okay, it's not. Isn't it true that your mother had the police drop off Kyrie because not you, your boyfriend, or your parents want to take care of him?
That's not true.
Are you sure about that? There's police reports. The police came to my door.
That's not why he got dropped off. I had to go to work.
Okay, so you had to go to work when I gave you our son so you can have time with him. But since you couldn't take care of him, you had the police come to home. Yes or no?
Because you would not take him back.
Yes or no?
Refusing to take him back. So yes, you're refusing.
Kelsey, yes or no? Y'all had the police drop our son off because you couldn't take care of him at the time, correct?
No, that's not.
Then why was the police there?
Because you were refusing to take him back when I told you I had to go to work.
But I gave you our son. And correct me if I'm wrong. You say I would not allow you to spend any time with the kids. But
that is correct. I have to.
But no, the point I'm trying to make is
just ask the question, sir. You don't have to make a point. You have to ask the question.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Yana. So you do get the kids, correct?
Audrey has no choice but to give them to me now. You're at
No.
work.
So you do get the kids, right?
Not here lately, no. 'Cause you're the
But
one
you
that
do
don't
get the kids, right?
Yes.
And so where is it that I'm withholding the kids?
I have proof. Every time I've asked for those kids, oh, we're doing something. Oh, I can't do it today.
Okay. Do you have a way for our kids, all four of them, to be cared for while you're working a full time when you and your boyfriend, your current boyfriend, both work first shift?
My fiance. But yes, I do. I have somebody to watch them. Yes, I do.
Who is that?
I have a babysitter. That is none of your business.
Okay.
They have somebody to watch them. I'm not.
No, I have one final question. We separated on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
Who has the children primarily stayed with, and who taking care of them? Me or you?
Both.
That's a
I have
lot.
the kids on earth, so both. It's not
Okay.
allowed.
That's fine. I can only ask questions. Out of the past 8 months, who have the children lived with the most?
Just get to the point because you won't give them to me like that.
Who have the children lived with
You're breaking up in the bus.
the most in these last 8 months?
How can I have my kids if you don't give them to me? And I have to snatch them anyway.
Only thing I need is
Ma'am,
you or me.
that's not the question, okay? He's asked you, who have the children been with the last 8 months? Ma'am, don't look to somebody else for an answer.
No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm thinking. He has. Because
Okay.
he won't give them to me like I want them. He's refusing.
I have
to go
another
to
question.
Audrey.
I have another question. I thought that
So
was my
that's not
last
my
one,
fault.
but
That's not my
all these
fault.
questions, like they're filling my mind. Okay. Is it true that you claim all the kids on food stamps, correct?
Yes, because we're supposed to have joint custody. And I've been giving you food stamps for the kids when you have them.
All right. How much do you think you've given me within these 8 months? Wait, before I do that, how much do you get in food stamps a month?
I don't get much. I'm getting cut off.
I need a number. You know the number because you checked the food stamps. How much do you get a month?
I don't know. I don't check them like that. No, I don't.
How much do you get in food stamps a month? You check it. We have records. That's why you're being investigated right now. You know. It's well past 1,000. We know this. You're under oath. Please don't lie.
I'm not lying. I just.
Ma'am, if you don't know specifically, approximately what?
Actually, 900.
900. I'm pretty sure it's 1,206.
Hey, sir, you can't testify at this point.
Okay. I apologize. So you say 900, right?
I don't check like that. I just go grocery shopping. I get them. And I just
No, it's fine.
For the kids.
For the past 8 months, how much have you given me in food stamps to pay for our kids' food? Oh wait, I'm sorry. You get WIC as well, right?
For Lorenzo, but I had Lorenzo up until May of this month.
But you get WIC as well, right?
Yeah, that's
Yes
for
or no?
Lorenzo. Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay.
I had Lorenzo for a whole year.
So for the past,
Yeah.
we haven't been separated for a year, so that don't make sense.
Well, almost a year.
We haven't. No, we're not even close to a year. But anyway, how much do you think you've given me in food stamps to pay for our kids? Even though
I do that because
you already said that I've had the
I did that.
kids. You already admitted that I've had the kids, but you still get the food stamps for them. I can't. How much do you think you've given me?
I don't know.
For
But
food
you said
stamps.
you didn't need them. At first you said you didn't need them. You got the food. I have text messages. I told you I've been offering them since the day I left. Hey, when I get the food, we'll split it. Some for
Okay,
my house, some for-
ma'am, the question was, how much have you given him in the last 8 months from the sources that you have, food stamps, WIC, et cetera?
That I don't know.
Well, approximately then.
I don't know.
Was it $100, $200? What?
More than that. I know it's more than that. Is it close to 600, 5 to 600, something around there?
Is that your answer, 500 to 600?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
But you get 900 a month, right? And so for 8 months, that's all I've got. Okay. Is it true?
You said you didn't need it.
That
I offered.
Is it true that Kyrie has severe food allergies, right?
Yes.
He can't have dairy.
Right.
He can't have any nuts, and he can't have gluten, correct?
Exactly. So I get the stuff that he needs on the food stamps. Yes.
So for 8 months, you know what? That would be nice. Let's say you gave me 500. What about the rest of the months? Who was paying for all the food in the house to support our kids?
What was that, ma'am?
But you said you did not need my food stamps. I said he did, but you told me when I tried offering you food stamps first, you said you did not need it. So don't lie. Yes, you did. Because I was like, hey, I got food stamps. You want it? No, I don't need it. I got cash. You can keep your food stamps, keep the kids on it. That's what you said. So let's not lie. Stop trying to make yourself look innocent because you did tell me that. I even have proof in text messages.
All right.
I tried multiple times. Hey, I got the record.
No. I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm not trying to be rude. I put my 401k out in September, correct?
Yes.
We were still together, right?
Actually, it was in November. You pulled it out, not September.
No, I pulled it out in November. It was September. I have the receipt.
Oh,
so
okay.
September when I did.
Hey, sir, you're not testifying now. Don't try to. Ask her questions.
Okay. So we pulled it out in September, correct?
Yes.
We used that money to take care of the kids. That's correct.
We. No, not we. That's not correct. Not we. You. I didn't see none of that money. You. I didn't see none of that money.
Together, correct?
No, I moved out right after.
You moved out in
right
November.
When you got that money.
Hold on. I understand. But you moved out in November, correct?
Yes, I did.
Right. So September, October, November. That's 3 months. But we were still together, correct? Until November. So we used that money.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't because I wasn't there. You got it as soon as I left.
No,
So
we got it. You just said we got it in September because
you applied to get it.
We have the receipts.
Okay. What's the relevance of this, Mr. Daniel? There are no property disputes in this case.
Oh no, I was trying to get to a point, Your Honor.
Well, please do.
I'm sorry if I'm wasting time. I can move past that.
Okay. What am I going to do? Do you have more questions, Mr. Daniel?
You know what, Your Honor, I'm done.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brief. Mr. Daniel, do you have more questions of the plaintiff at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. You said that approximately 2 weekends ago you had Kyrie with you, but you didn't have the other children. Is that correct?
Yes, because he wasn't giving them up.
Okay, not asking you why, I'm just asking you, please just answer my questions. It's gonna go a lot easier if you answer what I ask. Now, the incident that you mentioned, you said that you had Tyree with you, you had him for the weekend, and you had to go to work, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What time and what date did you have to go to work? Or day, if it was a Saturday, Sunday, whatever it might be. What day and what time?
It was a Thursday. It's from 6:30 to 3.
That's when you work?
Yes, this is 6:30 to 3 o'clock. Sometimes we work over, so it could be 6:30 to 6:30. Like yesterday, I worked 6:30 to 5.
Okay, when you say 6:30 to 3, is that 6:30 a.m. or 6:30 p.m.?
a.m. in the morning,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay. And so you said you had Tyree, you said 2 weekends ago, then you're now saying it's a Thursday, so you're confusing me. Was it a weekend or was it during the week?
I had him on the weekends, and so I had to give him back because I had to go to work. I had to get everything ready to go
Okay,
to work.
you're missing my question. You said you had him for the weekend, but it was a Thursday when you had to work and go back. That Thursday is not on the weekend. So explain to me how you had him on Thursday when you had him on the weekend.
No, I just had him on the weekend and I gave him back.
Okay, so it wasn't a Thursday?
No, I went to work on Thursday, yes, but no, I didn't have him on Thursday. That's for sure.
Okay, I don't know why you brought up Thursday then, but okay. And I asked you, when did you have to have Kyrie back and the police involved, and you said Thursday. So that's wrong, correct?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I was confused.
Okay. What day and what time did the police get called and have to transport your son back to the defendant?
Wait, the police didn't get called that day. The day that we took him back, they did not get called that day.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
So on the that weekend, when did you take him back?
We took him back, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. It was one of those days, Your Honor.
Okay. So the defendant would have let you head Kyrie for, let's presumably for Friday through Monday or Tuesday?
Yes.
And then to the next question, which you were trying to anticipate and answer, why did you not have all of the kids?
They would not give them to me. I wanted them all, but they would not give them to me.
What was the incident in which you talked about the police having to be involved in apparently take Kyrie home?
I can't remember what day it was, Your Honor.
Well,
but I
approximate.
remember.
Are we talking a month ago, a year ago? What?
I think a couple months.
Tell me what happened.
I was having complications with my pregnancy. I was at a high risk. I was basically dying. They had to save my life, and the baby ended up dying. So I was like, "Hey, I cannot have him here. I got to go to the hospital. So you need to take him because I'm in and out the hospital all the time." And they were refusing. Well, you wanted him, you keep him. I'm like, I'm having health problems. I don't want my son here to witness this.
So he was with you, and you said a couple months ago. And for what period of time was he with you? From the start, when he first came to you, until the time that he ended up going back to the defendants?
I think it was only a couple days. I think he was only with me a couple days. I can't remember, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay. If you were having problems during that time, as you said, you were in and out, et cetera, why did you take him in the first place if you were having health problems and you couldn't care for him?
Because like I said, I was dying and I wanted to spend some time with my child just in case if I did pass away. I wanted to get that time in with him because he's so young.
Okay.
And I love my baby boy to death. Like I love all my kids. Like it scared me
Okay.
that I almost lost my life.
That's fine. So let's go back to, so you separated in approximately on Thanksgiving of 2022, correct?
Yes.
After you separated, the children went and stayed with defendant, correct?
Not all 4 of them. I had Lorenzo up until May, the beginning of May. And I had, but the kids.
May of this year?
Yes, Your Honor. Lorenzo just went back with his dad. Like he's only been there for like what, a month and a half, month maybe.
Why was Lorenzo, why did he not go with defendant?
He goes with me everywhere I go because dad really didn't want him. So I took care of him from the time that I left Edward up until I was basically dying. So I was like, okay, you got to go back to your dad until I can get my health back.
So at the time that you left, you're saying you left, correct?
Yeah.
You kept Lorenzo with you and through approximately May.
Yes. Yep. And just had the other kids on and off, but I have had the kids on and off.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question is, in December of 2022, how many days were the children in your care?
I'd keep them, the children, well, at least the 3, because Mara doesn't like to come be with me. She's a daddy's girl. I've been trying to get her to come with me, but the other 3, well, the other 2, I should say, they would stay with me for like a couple days out the week, and then they'd go back to their dad, and then I'd have to fight with him on getting them back. And then I finally had enough and go get them from school. They'd stay with me for about, Ari, she stayed with me longer than Kyrie. She stayed with me like a week or 2, and then go back to her dad. And then Kyrie would be like a couple days.
Okay, let's break this down. You said in December 2022 that they would come and stay with you a couple days a week, correct?
Yes.
Throughout all of December 2022.
Yes, I
Right.
get them on and off. Yes.
Okay, let's go to January 2023. Did that continue?
Yes.
How about February 2023?
Yes, with Ari, yes. And Kai, yes.
Okay, March of 2023,
Yes.
same?
Yeah.
And April 2023?
No.
No what?
No, I didn't get the kids in April.
Okay, so you didn't have them at all in April.
No, just Lorenzo.
May of 2023.
Nope.
And how about so far in June of 2023?
Just Kyrie for the weekend, like I said, and that's about it.
Okay.
I just want my kids back.
Ma'am, you're aware, aren't you, in these cases, if a parent is denying you time with the children, you have a right to file a petition and ask the court to order that person would turn the kids over to you. Are you aware of that?
No, Your Honor, I didn't know because I got denied multiple times.
You got denied what multiple times?
Like a lot to keep my kids. Like that's why I
Okay.
had to go get them from school.
That wasn't my question. Please pay attention to my question. My question was, are you aware that if you are denied parenting time, you have a right to come into court and file a petition and say, I want parenting time?
No, I didn't know that, Your Honor.
Okay. You said that you're working at Denso, correct?
I'm not at Denso, I will tell you, but I just don't want their father to know where I'm working at. I can let you know. I just don't want him to be involved when I tell you.
Well,
I don't know if we can mute him out so I can tell
no,
you.
we can't mute him out. He's entitled to be in the hearing. So you're working. When did you start working?
I just been working so much, it's hard to keep. Oh, the 1st
The first of what?
June. I went back to work as soon as I healed up after my surgery.
Okay, 1st of
Yeah.
June, 2023.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you work, how much do you make per hour?
16 an hour.
Are there any bonuses, any other amounts of money that, what?
Yes, there's bonuses. If we work over, we will get paid $17.50 an hour, and then we get holiday pay.
Okay,
And
but no bonuses as far as performance bonuses or things of that nature?
not that I know of. Not
Okay.
that I know of right now.
And do you work 40 hours a week?
Yes, actually more than that because we do overtime, so
Okay,
more.
how much do you work on average per week?
Average would be 40.
Okay. Do you have any expenses that come out of that other than taxes, such as union dues, uniform expenses, anything else?
No, just taxes.
Okay,
Can I say something, Your Honor?
in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, what else would you like to tell me, ma'am?
I get paid every week, every Friday, so it's never no 2 weeks. I get paid every week.
Okay. Anything else that you would like me to be aware of, ma'am?
Yes. Since how we was talking about me having a baby out of wedlock, even though my son is dead. What about him? When we were together, he had sex with my blood sister. Her name is Brandy Reed. And can't we do something about that too?
Well,
And he's cheated on me multiple times.
okay.
Yeah.
Anything else that's in relation to either your cross-examination or the court's questioning that you have to add at this time?
No.
No? Okay. Mr. Daniel, as a result of the court's questioning, do you have any additional questions?
Not at this moment, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that will conclude your testimony then, ma'am. And you said, I think you said that you have no other witnesses.
No, I would have, but can't speak upon what she told me because she's not here to verify it.
Okay,
I do
well,
have
my question again, you don't have other witnesses,
No.
correct?
I don't.
Okay. And so you rest your case, ma'am?
Yes.
And you're done?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Daniel, again, we're at a point where you can now present your witnesses. So you have witnesses to present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And who are you going to call as your first witness?
My first witness will be Audrey Woodson, a family friend.
Okay. And
Adriana, is it true that Kelsey will leave Lorenzo unattended for multiple hours?
Yes.
Can you explain it?
Being on a phone call with her, hearing the child screaming in the background for over 3 hours, and not once did I see her pick the child up or tend to him.
Miss Adriana, would it be safe to have you witnessed the abuse? Oh, that's leading. Sorry. Can you describe Kelsey's parents, Melissa, and her new stepdad now, Joel?
Stepfather Joel, very racist. Mother, also racist. Don't like either one of them.
But what do you mean by that? Have you seen?
I have Joel talk about the children's hair. And also Kelsey Daniel has also called me multiple times, talking about how she can't stand it because she can't have her kids where she was living at the time because her mother is racist and the person that her mother was with was putting his hands on the children. So she could not have her kids over there.
okay, ma'am, I didn't clarify. You said that the plaintiff told you this. Is that
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure that that was correct. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Adriana, I'm sorry. Hold on. Adriana, is it, can you give me the best statement of the children's living conditions when you first got to my home when Kelsey left?
It was good when I came here. They seemed great. They were happy, well taken care of, food, clothes, bedrooms.
What about academics?
Oh, excellent. They were achieving very well in school until this divorce started happening.
And you are a family friend. You've known me and Kelsey for how many years?
About 5-6 years.
At any time, did you witness any type of abuse or neglect on either of our ends?
Not on Edward's end. He was usually at work most of the time. On Kelsey's part, when I would come into her home, it would not be picked up the best. Her son would usually be in a soiled diaper. I mean, they run around and just mess the house up. She doesn't really do much. She's more of a friend than a parent, I would say.
Okay.
Are we polyamorous?
Yes.
Have me, you, and Kelsey ever, all of three of us, engaged in sexual relations?
Yes.
Did she live with us for a brief period of time?
At the home here?
Yes.
Yes. Like live with us? Not live with us, but she would not leave as asked.
Okay. I know this is gonna be weird, but did the children at any point walk in on all three of us engaging in adult activities?
Of my recollection, no.
Okay. I have been arrested, correct?
Yes.
Do you remember? Do you know what I was arrested for?
A old speeding ticket.
That's all I have right now, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Daniel, do you have any question of this witness?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
So when do I leave my baby unattended? Because I never leave him unattended. I'm always with him all the time when I had him. Never unattended. Yeah, he cried. That's just how he was.
I have seen Lorenzo in a car seat locked up, not able to get out. And I have screenshots as well of you, Kelsey Daniel, saying that you can't take him out because he gets into too many things. So he's locked up for hours at a time.
That's a lie. No, he's not.
Ma'am, this isn't your time to make comments. It's your time to ask questions.
Okay. Where was he locked up in a car seat at?
At Jamar's house.
Supposedly, he was locked up.
Go ahead, ma'am.
The home where she resides at, her boyfriend's house.
But you've never been there, correct?
Oh, it was video call. I screen recorded it.
Video call, but
yes.
Oh, is it? Never mind. So is it true you were never a witness to anything? Edward's just telling you things.
No, I've been a witness. I have known you for over 5 to 6 years.
Liar.
Ma'am, I'm not going to warn you again. Do not make editorial comments. You can ask questions or otherwise be quiet. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Go ahead if you have any more questions.
So are you not, is it true you're Edward's girlfriend?
We are partners.
Because it's on Facebook.
We're partners. We're in a domestic partner relationship. I help him with his children and he helps me with mine.
Is it true you got my son calling you mom all my kids. You're forcing them to call you mom.
Your oldest two children, Amara and Ariana, they call me Mama Audrey. Your two youngest boys, they on their own have chosen to call me mother because of my motherly role. I cannot help that they call me mom. I have multiple times told them to refrain to me as Audrey, and they insist to call me mom. So I can't stop a child from saying that.
So, is it true that you used to be on meth?
Yes, I am now sober since December of 2022.
So, is it true that you smoke all the time?
I smoke cigarettes and I use medical marijuana. I smoke outside of my home or in my bathroom with my door locked, and my bathroom is in my bedroom. So
it's true that you're high a lot with my kids around.
There is another adult in the home who is sober at all times, and I only smoke twice a day for my anxiety and my medical problems that have no recollection of anything that have to do with this case. But yes.
From what I witnessed when I lived with you guys, your mom smokes weed with you all the time. But when I'm on the phone when I video call with the kids, ain't it true that she's in the room smoking weed with you? I see it all the time when I'm on the phone with them. So
Ma'am, is that a question?
It's true. Yes, that's a question, Your Honor. Yes.
So can you repeat your question, please?
I said, ain't it true when I'm on video with my kids, I see you and your mom smoking weed together? I know what weed looks like.
Because your children are never in the room with me when I'm smoking weed. That is not true.
Then how do I see you and your mom smoking weed?
How would you see me and another person smoking marijuana around children when there's never any children around me? And if you're on the phone with your children, how would you be able to see me? You call my phone, that's on my time. When you call your children's phone, that's on their time and your time.
Yes, I've seen it on your phone too when we video call too. You and your mom are in the room smoking. Is it true?
With no children around, and when we are smoking, your soon-to-be ex-husband is here with the children.
But isn't it true that he drinks?
If he's not here, is it true what?
That he drinks too.
He has approximately 2 double shots a day, which is way under the legal limit in the state of Michigan.
But it's still true that nobody's sober in that house with them kids. You're under oath, so you have to tell the truth.
I am sober. I'm sober right now.
Right now. Yes.
And every single time I have to watch any children, I am sober. It takes an hour for the weed to be completely out of my system. My body does not hurt anymore, and I can proceed to be the best parent I can possibly be.
Is it true that you smoke weed and drive with my children in the car?
Absolutely not. I have never smoked marijuana in the car with any child at all, ever. That's literally insane, but yeah, no.
Is it true that all the kids sleep in one room?
Is it what?
Is it true that all the kids sleep in one room, the boys and the girls?
Yes, it is. There is a twin size bed in the room, and then there is also a bunk bed with 2 sets of twin size beds. There is approximately 4 children, and your youngest son, Lorenzo, sleeps in our room, and he has his own toddler bed in here.
So is it safe to say that, I'm asking a question, ain't that dangerous for all the kids to be in one room if a fire happens?
No, it is not. In the state of Michigan, there can be 2 to 4 bodies of children per room. It is not wrong. They are inappropriate sometimes. Yes, these are children. They are learning.
But that's all I have to ask.
Okay, that's all you have, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Woodson, if you would, you talked about the, again, the home situation, the environment, and the kids. You said the kids are happy, et cetera.
Oh, yes.
Do you notice, do the kids express any love, affection for their father?
Oh, absolutely. Last weekend, it was Father's Day, and they were ecstatic to come in here and give him hugs, gifts, and stuff.
Okay. You say they hug, do they kiss, do they embrace?
Oh, yeah.
What?
He gives them all kisses on the forehead. They hug. I mean, they love their dad. It's very obvious that they do.
You said that at the time of the separation, that they said the kids were doing well in school.
Yes.
How are they doing now?
Well, we have two of the older girls in summer school to help during this divorce. Unfortunately, Kelsey Daniel had to have the police at the school multiple times for her own reasoning. And that has affected the kids a lot. They have said it's embarrassing. They have said that.
Okay, you can't tell me what the kids say.
Okay.
So you have the two older, you have Amara and Ariana in summer school. Okay. And Kyrie, how is he doing?
I work with him here at the house. He does great in school. We're working on pronouncing our words and writing our name better right now.
Anything else, ma'am, that you would like me to be aware of?
No. I mean, no, not that I can think of right now.
Okay. With that, Mr. Daniel, do you have any addition, as a result of my court's question or the cross, do you have any additional questions of this witness?
Not at this moment, Your Honor.
Okay. And as a result of my questions, Ms. Daniel, do you have any additional questions?
I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Woodson, that will conclude your testimony. Thank you, and you're excused. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, Mr. Daniel, you have any additional witnesses other than yourself?
I may have, but I would like to ask politely, like, is there an age range for the witness?
Well, I mean, the only age range is the witnesses have to be of sufficient maturity to know right from wrong and how to tell the truth. So,
I have no additional witnesses at this time, Your Honor.
okay. Other than yourself, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't we do this? I see it's about getting close to 11:30. Why don't we take a noon recess? We'll break and then we'll come back at 1 o'clock, okay?